Portions of Your California Life contain paid content. Products and services featured are not endorsed by Your California Life.
Today on Your California Life, discover how becoming a mentor can create smiles that last a lifetime and transform your bathroom from merely functional to absolutely fabulous without throwing money down the drain. Plus, we've got credit card checkup tips to revive your finances to keep your financial pulse strong. Let's get this show started. It's time for Your California Life. If you have more than one credit card in your wallet, it may be time for an annual card checkup. Just like a regular health check, it's a good idea to ensure your plastic pals are aligned with your financial goals. School's First Federal Credit Union is here to help us understand how to give our credit cards the care they deserve and keep your financial pulse strong. Today we have Jonathan Weston, who is the Madison branch manager for School's First Federal Credit Union. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so I don't know if doing an annual credit card checkup is on people's to-do list.
It's probably not.
Yeah.
It's not a common thing we talk about, but it's so important. When we open a credit card, oftentimes we open it with certain terms and conditions that can change. So, for example, it would be like a promotional rate. Hey, I got these balances, or I need to make this purchase, and I don't want to pay interest on it, so I get a 0% interest, which is great. But then when does that interest, that promotion end? Do you know, right? So by doing an annual credit checkup, you can kind of keep on top of that so you don't get caught paying for more money than you need to. The promotional rate is probably the most common thing, but there's so many areas where that if you're not on top of it, it can really have an impact on your financial future down the road for your other goals you may have.
That's so true. That 0% interest is nice when you have it, but once it runs out, that's when you need to do that checkup like you're mentioning. So one thing that many people pay with their credit card is an annual fee. What can they do about that?
So the annual fees are very common in the credit card world, and they vary between cards, right? So if you don't need the benefits that are coming from that annual fee, then it might be advantageous to find a card that doesn't have a fee. So you do have those options that are out there. It really comes down to each consumer to really know what you're getting for that annual fee. If it's advantageous for you, then pay it and reap those benefits. Yeah. But if it's not, if you're not utilizing it, or maybe you got it when you needed it and you don't need it now, it may be time to switch that up. So again, a credit card checkup can keep you on top of that.
There we go, and checking all your options that are available to you. Now let's talk about increased credit limits. They can feel like an offer for dessert when you barely finish your meal, and then there's also the option of decreasing it. So how can viewers manage credit card limits effectively?
It's important to understand that when you get a credit card, that is not set in stone as far as the limit. Each card issuer is going to have their own risk analysis that they're performing probably annually or biannually. They're looking at your credit score. Is that going up or down? Are they looking, they're going to be looking at your income. Has that increased or decreased? And they can adjust that credit limit on you. And if you're not checking your statements, you're not going to know. This can have it can really impact you. Earlier we had a segment in the year about the importance of maintaining your credit score, and you want to keep a threshold of 30% or less on your credit card. If your balance is at 30%, but then they decrease your limit, all of a sudden you can have a negative effect. So you got to stay on top of those credit card statements to know where you're at so you can really plan out your financial goals.
Yes, and definitely making sure you understand when the credit limit has increased, because that can also be a slippery slope as well.
It can.
Are there any other fees we might not automatically think about that should be reviewed?
I would say the most common ones that I've come to encounter with in my experience is the cash advance fee. A lot of times people don't realize that cash advance fee may come with an additional increased interest rate when you cash advance, or there might be a fee up front that you're paying. And they're like, oh, I just need the cash. They don't really understand there's a financial impact. The other one would be a balance transfer fee. You see this promotional rate for 0%, and you're like, oh, I'm going to save money if I move it over there, but is there a fee? You could be charging more on that fee than you're saving on the interest if you kept the card. So knowing and understand those differences, again, is going to help you with your goals in the future.
Yeah, especially making sure that you're not getting any of those surprises, and making sure you're reading all those details like you mentioned, that balance transfer fee. So checking everything. Are there any other fees that should be included in this review?
Well, hopefully nobody's faced with late payments or missed payments, but there are substantial fees that are attached when those things happen. And it's a kind of a ripple effect because you're getting charged up front those fees when you're already short on cash.
Yeah.
But then that's going to have a negative effect on your credit score. So later in life, you might need to get a car loan or an auto loan, and you may not get the terms that you really wanted to get because of those late payments or missed payments. So you want to stay on top of that and know where you're at in that credit card payment history. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just so important to stay on top of your credit cards, especially when you have multiple out there. Know what those terms are so that you can really plan for your future.
All right.
We got more tips on our website at schoolsfirstfcu.org, so go check it out.
There we go. Jonathan, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Alrighty, so like you mentioned, you can visit one of the many Schools First Federal Credit Union branch locations as seen on the screen, and you can find out more online by going to schoolsfirstfcu.org. Still to come, elevate your living space with radiant bathroom designs that harmonize with functionality. Step into a space that reflects your style and bathes you in warmth. And later on, discover the impact of being a mentor and learn how you can make a difference in the lives of the next generation when YCL returns.
S&G Carpet and More, where quality is affordable.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, and swim spas in the region. Browse over 50 spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center. Visit spaexpo.com.
After my car was hit by that van, I had so many injuries and medical bills.
If you've been in an accident and suffered a serious injury, you need to get an attorney that will help you get what you deserve.
Call BD&J today at 1-800-820-1111.
At Sunday, we can buy your Sacramento area home today stress-free. There are so many cases where you need to sell quickly, and we've seen them all. Thousands of homeowners have trusted Sunday to get their property sold. We can make you a cash offer and close in as little as 10 days. And the cherry on top? You may be eligible for up to a $20,000 cash advance before closing. So call us today and sell the Sunday way.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and falls, falling merchandise, falls through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, we won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, corporate vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rogers, and here at Roseville Kia, it's not just about the cars, it's about the experience.
Our knowledgeable staff is here to make sure your car buying experience is smooth and enjoyable.
And right now, the spring savings continue here at Roseville Kia.
Take advantage of our exclusive deals and excellent financing options.
That's why Roseville Kia is the #1 sales volume leader in all of Northern California.
So folks, remember,
we'll help you pay less
so you can say yes.
Roseville Kia in the Roseville Auto Mall.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center. Browse over 50 hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. Financing is available and admission is free. That's this weekend at the Safe Credit Union Convention Center. Visit spaexpo.com.
Hot topics, passionate views, it's all on the table.
I can't even believe this is happening in my lifetime.
Speak it, girl. Speak it.
Yes.
America's most watched daytime talk show is ABC's The View.
If you're a homeowner, odds are you most likely have considered renovating a room. And if you're a homeowner in Northern California, you most likely have seen or heard about USA Bath. We've seen their commercials for years, and today we're lucky enough to have the experts from USA Bath with us. USA Bath is here today to provide our viewers with insightful and useful education about things you may need to consider as a homeowner interested in a bathroom remodel. Joining us is Will Godero, Sales Director for USA Bath. Will, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Always a pleasure, Will. So before we dive into today's topic, people have seen USA in the community for years. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, we've actually been serving the community since 2013 and started the business in 2007 in the Reno, Tahoe area. We've installed somewhere around 6,000 shower and bath remodels, and we're very passionate about what we do. We want to make sure we're delivering high quality products, expert installation, and the best warranties in the business.
All right, and to that point, today we are going to talk about safety. And I guess kitchen to the question, which room in the home is the most dangerous? But I understand that's not correct, Will.
No, it's actually not. It's the bathroom. The CDC tells us that over 200,000 people annually end up in the emergency room because of accidents that actually occur in the bathroom.
Oh, wow. So is everyone at risk?
Well, most people that are more at risk are going to be our senior community. Also those with mobility issues or disabilities that make it difficult for us getting in and out of the shower and bath area.
So we want to prevent that. So what can we do?
Well, our biggest remodel is actually converting a shower tub combo into just a walk-in shower. And when we do that, it makes it much easier for us to navigate that space safely. And then we can look at also adding other things in there that are going to make it safe for us to use on a daily basis as well.
And is there anything else we should be thinking about?
Well, absolutely. And so our expert design consultants, when they come into your home and they look at your space, they're going to ask you lots of questions about how you're using the space. They're going to see what it is that we can do to make things easier to negotiate. You know, oftentimes we learn that when our seniors are going to use their shower or their bath area and there's a step over, they're grabbing onto things like a curtain rod or a towel rack. And certainly we want to make sure that we're not doing that because those aren't the sturdiest things to hold on to.
Yeah, we definitely want to prevent those dangerous situations. And where do homeowners start to make these changes?
Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to come to our website, look at USA Bath. When you're choosing your contractor, it's important that you're choosing one that aligns with your values. We want to come into your home. We want to evaluate your space. Unlike some contractors, we want to make sure that not just an estimate, we're giving you a to-the-dollar quote to get the work done.
All right, Will. Well, thank you for telling us about the bathroom models that USA Bath does and how to keep us all safe.
Thank you.
You can find out more by going to usabath.com. Up next, be the positive voice in a child's life who tells them you can be anything you dream. Discover the meaning of mentorship. Plus, whether it's hot or cold, we love the comfort of turning on our AC or heater when needed, but without proper care, our systems could turn on us. Don't wait until your HVAC plays hard to get. Get a head start on comfort when YCL returns.
Only on ABC 10.
And to be on TV and in front of a big crowd and in the Super Bowl.
Their lives were defined by the game they loved.
It was like heaven.
But what happens when you can't play anymore?
It was like done, gone. The biggest part of my life.
There's no B plan when you're an athlete.
Two 49ers teammates share their life after football and how the game has changed. Watch Thursday after the NFL Draft.
California ranks number 2 in semi-truck accidents. Have you been in a serious accident? BD&J is here to make sure you get what's fair.
The attorneys at BD&J know how to tackle these challenging cases.
Results like these speak for themselves. We've recovered over $1.5 billion for our clients. Don't wait. Call BD&J today at 1-888-315-2690. That's 1-888-315-2690.
Watch me. Watch me roll, grind, and spin. Playgrounds for wheels. That's always a win. One with my chair, but never held back. I do things sitting down. Most people standing can't hack. Some might say my condition was fate. My doctors would tell you I'm just redefining great. Watch me. Life-changing orthopedic excellence at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Hi, I'm Laurel, and I buy houses in the Sacramento area. Sacramento isn't just where we work, it's our home too. For over 25 years, we've helped thousands of families just like yours. Inherited property, bad tenants, behind on payments, or any other situation, we can help. With us, there are no fees or repairs. You can leave anything behind, and we'll work on your timeline. If you're even thinking about selling your house, give us a call.
Call Laurel today.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Today we're looking at the incredible world of big brothers, big sisters, and how they've been shaping lives through mentoring right here in Sacramento for over 60 years. This mentorship program creates matches that make a huge impact in the lives of kids. Here to tell us about the work they're doing is Jacob Peterson, CEO of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the greater Sacramento area. Welcome.
Thank you.
Of course. So, I heard about Big Brothers, Big Sisters growing up throughout the years. Tell us why it's so important to have this program today.
I think what we're seeing is just a huge demand for our services. We have parents, teachers, counselors reaching out to us really saying, I have a child and they really need some extra support in their life. And I don't think it's extremely shocking for us, knowing that following COVID, students are further behind academically, they're further behind socially, they're struggling with mental health challenges. And so I think people see Big Brothers, Big Sisters as a great solution to really addressing a lot of those key challenges.
Yeah, an important resource that's needed. Many of us have heard of Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we know you guys are all about youth mentoring, like you've mentioned, but what does that actually look like?
Yeah, so essentially what we do is we take a youth who has a number of risk factors working against them. So maybe they're low income, maybe they are a single parent household, foster youth, and we take a community volunteer who we vet, we train, and we place them in that child's life. And really the two of them make a commitment to each other. They make a commitment to spending time together, to really working on that youth's development and their goals and their aspirations. And we really see some magical things happen when that takes place.
Yeah, I think it's great to hear that. It's a commitment to each other. How does your team facilitate positive youth outcomes for the greater Sacramento area?
Yeah, great question. So we really spend time getting to know the youth and the family involved, and what really do they need help with, and where do they need some extra support. And we actually develop a plan for that child, for that family, and then we work closely with our mentors and our volunteers to really help kind of facilitate their development and work through that plan to make sure that the youth has all the support that they need to be successful. And so we kind of mentor the mentor and provide coaching and support and facilitate the entire relationship from start to finish.
Okay, so for our viewers who are interested, what does it take to become a volunteer and who can apply?
So that's the great thing about our program is really anyone can be a big. If you are over the age of 21 and have a driver's license, you can be a big. We do a thorough vetting process to make sure we have the right people in the program. But outside of that, you don't have to have any special skills, talents, or abilities really to be a big. You just have to commit to that child's life. We ask for a one-year commitment, which I'll caution people in saying most people go well beyond that. We only ask for 1 year, but we actually have an average match length of about 5 years. So we have people who want to stick around and be in that child's life for a really long time.
That's awesome. Yeah. What has been the response from volunteers who have had the opportunity to become a big?
So I think volunteers just absolutely love being a part of the program. People think of it as, oh, I'm giving back, I'm supporting this youth. but they end up getting so much out of it as well as a volunteer. It's leadership development. It's becoming that role model, I think, really elevates the decisions that you make as a person, and you have somebody that's looking up to you. And so it can be a really rewarding thing and an opportunity for growth for our volunteers as well.
Yeah. For those that maybe aren't able to make the time, the commitment of being a big, are there other ways to get involved and support this mission?
Absolutely. And we need people to be more than just bigs. We've tried to really create avenues for people to get involved. If you can't be a big, maybe you can serve on one of our committees to help plan our next fundraising event. Maybe you belong to a company who wants to come out for one day and support one of our match activity events. Maybe you don't have a lot of time to commit, but you want to help fund a match for a year. There's a number of different ways to get involved, and we really welcome all of those.
That's good to know that there's so many options. How do people reach out if they want to take that first step and learn more about getting involved?
Yeah, so simple. Go to our website, bbbs-sac.org. You can find a lot of information about the program. You can send us an email as well at info.bbbs-sac.org. You can ask questions. You can tell us how you want to get involved. And we'd love to hear from you.
All right. And Jacob, I have to ask, you're the CEO. Can you talk about the impact that this program has made in your life?
Absolutely. The reason I really got involved is because I was probably one of those youth in our program that have a number of things, working against them at an early age. I was fortunate because I had somebody who really stepped into my life, who changed really my perception of myself and what I could become, and really helped encourage me and push me to achieve things that honestly I never thought were possible in terms of education. I was the first in my family to go to college. In terms of finding work and really in terms of my relationship. I think about it now. I'm going to be a father here soon, and I think about the type of father I want to be to my child, and how I think of the relationship I had with my mentor and who they were, and the qualities I really valued in them that I want to now bring into my personal and professional life. And so it's really helped shape and mold me over time, and it's been an incredible experience, and I just want more people to have the opportunity to experience that.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful to hear your experience through this, now being the CEO, soon to be father, and just how it's impacted you as a whole. I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
And again, for our viewers who want to get involved, how can they do so?
Yeah, reach out. You can reach out to me directly. You can go through our website. And I would love to hear from you if you have questions, ideas, concerns, thoughts, opportunities for partnership. That's the other thing I'd say is we're always open to collaboration. So whether you're another nonprofit organization or a school district or a corporation, we want to hear from you. We want to talk about how we can work together to really help impact youth and the lives in our local community.
All right, there can be some new possibilities with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Thank you.
Thank you. To get involved, as he's mentioned, and find out more, you can go to bbbs-sac.org. Hot or cold, or somewhere in between, a well-maintained HVAC system supports your need to be cozy and breathe easy all year round. Big Mountain Heating and Air provides solutions for your HVAC system all year long. Here to show us what HVAC care is all about, no matter what the season, we have Baron Larson of Big Mountain Heating and Air. Hey, Baron.
Good to be with you, Des. Nice to see you.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure. So, Baron, the question we always ask you, what is the biggest reason AC units break down when temperatures are really cold, or vice versa when they're really hot?
The biggest reasons for the breakdown of equipment, heating and air conditioning equipment, I'll throw it back to you. What is it?
I think it's dirt. That's what you say.
That is. It really is dirt. And people, many components inside of that air conditioner there, but you could see the sudsing up of the unit and the chemical cleaning of it. That makes it run more efficiently, and it'll keep the compressor from having to work overtime. That particular area there that technician was pulling out of that furnace, You saw how filthy it gets, and that is moving the air throughout your house. Whenever you're running your furnace or your air conditioner, and you saw the little picture of the lungs there, we're breathing that, and we just don't realize. I took a picture the other day. I was in my bathroom and saw the sun was shining. Exact picture, just like you saw right there.
Yeah.
There's particles just all over that I could see in my. It's out there, folks. Even if you're the most immaculate house cleaner, it's there.
Yeah.
And it gets into the heating and air system, and it causes breakdowns. It causes energy ups. It ups the energy costs, and the cost of our energy today is crazy.
Okay, so when we see those particles floating in the air, it's kind of a sign of uh-oh. So tell us, what is unique about the services Big Mountain offers our YCL viewers?
So many of our competitors do something that's called a tune-up, and you know, a lot of folks call us wanting to get our tune-up that we talk about here on the program. Well, we don't call it that, but it is a rejuvenation. Because we bring back to life, if you will, the efficiency and the comfort levels that you just don't realize are starting to diminish as days go by and you're running your system. I mean, it's amazing how much we run them. We don't think about them until they don't work. And then if you don't have some kind of a relationship with a heating and air conditioning company that really takes care of you, you call and you think, I'm going to get something of value, and a tune-up is so often a sales gimmick. So the uniqueness of what we do is work. We do a ton of work for the amount of money that we charge. When we come on here, we offer a loss leader price.
And you mentioned when your HVAC unit breaks down, it kind of becomes that moment for homeowners. Uh-oh, what can I do? I need to get this fixed now. So let's talk about guarantees that Big Mountain offers. Does Big Mountain extend assurance to our viewers for both the furnace and the AC throughout the year?
Yeah, because of the comprehensive nature that I just touched on there in our work. We're doing 2 and 3 hours worth of work versus a sales gimmick is often, 30 minutes. The technician that looks like a technician that is really a salesman finds he can't sell you something, he moves on. We don't. We're working for 2 and 3 and sometimes even 4 hours to rejuvenate the system. That makes it possible for us to give you a guarantee against both of them, because it's 2 for 1, furnace, air conditioner, and we can guarantee it against breakdown for the next 12 months, or the service is free.
All right, and you have a special offer for the first 10 viewers that are tuning into YCL. Tell us what that is and why only 10?
Well, it's a loss leader pricing, and if that's all we did all day long, it's an introduction that we have the opportunity when we come to your home to prove to you that we're different. So we limit it to the first 10 callers at that price point you saw on the TV, $69. First 10 callers. Give us a call at that number, 378-4664, or you can go to bigmountainair.com, find a number there, but don't pay that price on the website, because you can pay only $69 if you're one of the first 10 callers.
All right, Marin, thank you for telling us all about it.
Thanks, Des.
Okay, you can find out more by going to bigmountainair.com for details on all of their heating and air services. And make sure to follow us on social at Your CA Life. We're on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you can see what guests we've got coming up, updates in our community, and more. Again, you can follow us at Your CA Life. Hey, thanks for joining us on Your California Life. I hope you find joy in your day. Until then, we will see you right back here weekday mornings at 9 a.m. You take care.